Fleet Commander Zextai's three eyes focused on the holographic display with growing confusion. The human vessel hung motionless in space, a crude amalgamation of metal plates and exposed conduits that looked more like a mining barge than a warship. His mandibles clicked in what his species considered laughter. "This is what the humans send to negotiate," he asked his tactical officer. "One ship against our entire battle fleet." The Korthak Armada stretched across 17 kilometers of space, 200 vessels of the most advanced military technology in the galaxy. Their crystalline hulls gleamed with embedded weapon systems, each ship a perfect synthesis of form and function that had conquered 43 star systems. Sub-Commander Vexra manipulated the scanner controls with delicate tentacles. "Scanning now, Commander." Their design is primitive. No energy shielding, no quantum armor, no plasma conduits visible. Hull appears to be simple titanium steel composite. Zextai's confidence soared. The human ship designated UES Defiance, according to their communications, looked like it had been assembled in a scrapyard. Mismatched hull sections were held together with visible welds. Weapon ports were scattered randomly across its surface, without regard for firing arcs or structural integrity. "They're either incredibly brave or monumentally stupid," Zextai mused. "Begin detailed scans. I want to know every weakness before we destroy them." The scanning beams intensified, penetrating deeper into the human vessel structure. What they found changed everything. "Commander," Vexra's voice carried a tremor. "The hull. It's not just titanium steel. There are layers. Dozens of them. Each section appears to be salvaged from different ships." "Scavenged materials," Zextai dismissed. "Typical human resourcefulness." "No, sir. Look at the composition analysis." The hologram shifted, displaying a cross-section of the human ship's hull. Zexra's scanning equipment identified each layer with surgical precision: Korthak quantum armor plating, Velthari energy-absorbing ceramics, Zephyrian self-repairing metals, Nexari stealth composites. Zextai's laughter died in his throat. "Where did they acquire Korthak armor?" "Unknown, sir. But there's more. The weapons systems." The scanner results cascaded across the display. What had appeared to be randomly placed gun ports were actually a sophisticated network of weapon systems from across the galaxy. Korthak plasma cannons had been integrated with Velthari beam weapons. Nexari missile systems nested between Zephyrian particle accelerators. "This is impossible," Zextai whispered. "These technologies are incompatible. The power requirements alone would—" "Sir, energy signature analysis complete." Vexra's voice was barely controlled panic now. "Their reactor isn't human technology either. It's a fusion of 7 different power systems. Somehow they've made them work together." The tactical display updated with a power reading that made Zextai's blood freeze. The human ship was generating more energy than his entire fleet combined. "Sir," his communications officer interrupted, "incoming transmission from the human vessel." The view screen flickered to life, revealing a grizzled human male in a simple blue uniform. His face was scarred, his hair gray, but his eyes held the steady gaze of someone who had seen too much war. "Commander Zextai," the human said calmly, "I'm Captain Sarah Chen of the UES Defiance. I believe you've been scanning our ship." "Captain," Zextai managed, trying to maintain composure. "Your vessel is impressive." Chen's smile was cold. "Thank you. Every piece of her was earned in battle, that Korthak armor plating. We took it from the KRS Dominator, after your people glassed New Shanghai. Those Velthari beam arrays, salvaged from their flagship after they tried to enslave the Tau CT colonies." She paused, letting the implications sink in. "The Nexari stealth generators came from a ship that thought it could raid our medical transports. The Zephyrian particle accelerators, well, Let's just say the Zephyrians learn not to target civilian evacuation ships. Zextai felt his confidence crumbling. You're saying every system on your ship was taken from someone who made the mistake of underestimating humanity, Chen finished. We don't build the most advanced ships in the galaxy, Commander. We build them from the most advanced ships in the galaxy. The scanner data continued updating. Weapon systems that should have been incompatible had been jury-rigged together with human ingenuity. Technologies from species that were mortal enemies functioned in perfect harmony aboard the human vessel. Now, Chen continued, I'm here to discuss your withdrawal from human space. I'd recommend you consider our terms carefully. One ship against our entire fleet. Zextai's voice cracked slightly. Chen's expression never changed. Commander, look at your scanner readings again. Really look at them. Every piece of technology on this ship came from someone who thought they had overwhelming superiority. We've been collecting trophies for 40 years. The bridge fell silent as the truth settled in. The human ship wasn't crude, it was a museum of conquest. Every mismatched hull plate, every randomly placed weapon, every incompatible system represented a victory against impossible odds. The Korthak fleet that conquered your outer rim colonies, Chen said quietly. Where do you think it went? Zextai's tactical display showed the power signatures again. The human ship's energy output was climbing steadily as more systems came online. Weapons that had once belonged to the galaxy's greatest military powers now served under human command. Sir, Vexra whispered, recommend immediate withdrawal. Our weapons are designed to fight other Korthak ships against our own technology adapted by human engineers. Begin fleet retreat, Zextai ordered. Signal all ships, emergency jump to safe distance. On the screen, Captain Chen nodded approvingly. Wise choice, Commander. Oh, and Commander? Thank you for the detailed scans of your fleet composition. My engineers are always looking for new additions to our collection. As the Korthak fleet prepared for emergency jump, Zextai realized the terrifying truth about humanity. They didn't just defeat their enemies, they absorbed them, learned from them, made their technologies better than the originals. The UES Defiance wasn't a warship. It was proof that in a galaxy full of superior civilizations, the most dangerous thing wasn't advanced technology. It was someone who could take your advanced technology and make it work even better. The human ship watched silently as the Korthak fleet disappeared into hyperspace, its hull gleaming with the armor of a dozen conquered species. In the depths of space, the Defiance began its patrol route, ready to add to its collection should anyone else mistake human resourcefulness for weakness. After all, there was always room for more trophies.